Let's go, Andre! Andre's taking it home. Andre lost me.
If there's a way to kill somebody, I want to be able to do it. I'm gonna search it out and train. And there's only more techniques. The more you know isn't gonna make it any worse. It's only gonna help you out. Just watch the bodies I leave behind. I know that what I do out there in the ring is going to highlight what I believe is to be the best grappling art out there.
You got that Kimura lock on Alistair Overeem, and you got to show us that one, bad boy.
Alistair Overeem is my son, my bitch.
Yeah, he took a couple of days off, because he had a fight in the K1 and then he had the dream title fight. So he needed some recuperation. So he went on a holiday, but he's been training since he's been back, step by step, building it up. So I think he's going to be ready. It's grown to be a very big event. I think it's a real competitor for the UFC, and it's great that all the fighters and the organization has getting some recognition finally for the good work that they've done and all the effort they put into it.
Bouts 1 to 5 report at 5:30 p.m. Bouts 6 to 8, it's a 7:30 report time. And then the last two fights, the semi and the main event, it's an 8:30 report time.
There. That's obvious. Yeah, that's what I think.
It's all about who trains the hardest. If you can go that extra mile, well, then you're going to win. I mean, it's very easy. You want to train hard, and a lot of people don't understand how hard training can really be. They sometimes take a break. I say when I have guys coming to me and we do the warm up after 20 minutes, they're dying, and they say, I said, when is your fight? They said 2 weeks. 2 weeks? I said, don't fight. Why would I fight? I said, because this is the warm up. We didn't even start yet. Some people have a conception of training hard, a whole different conception of what my conception of training hard is. You know, he looked like guys like Cain Velasquez. You know, they say, yeah, but he trains extremely hard. I say, oh, there's the miracle answer. Just do the same thing. You just got to do things that other people don't do, and if you do that well, then you go strong.
See the doctor for your pre-fight physical tomorrow, and you will wrap your hands before the fight tomorrow. The wrapping has to be done in the presence of an inspector. All the fights are 3 rounds. They're all 5-minute rounds. There's a promoter's restriction with regard to elbow strikes on the head to the ground. On the ground, you cannot strike your opponent to the head with anything above the wrist to underneath the shoulder.
Once again, Strikeforce and M1 Global present stage 1 of the Strikeforce-World Grand Prix Heavyweight Tournament. Russia, he's the former pride-fighting, explosive heavyweight superstar with a record of 17 wins and 4 losses. Please welcome Sergey Kharitonov. Originally from Belarus, now fighting out of Chicago, he is the former UFC heavyweight world champion Andre the Pitbull Arlovsky. A consensus top 10 world ranked heavyweight Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and phenom from Campina Grande, Paraíba, Brazil. Please welcome Antonio Bigfoot Silva. And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, truly considered MMA's all-time greatest ever, with a record of 31 wins and 2 losses from Skaryosko, Russia. Please welcome the one and only Vitor Belfort.
Там же лифт, Маша. Море.
He's a very strong, very serious opponent. He isn't afraid to fight. He doesn't back up, and he has a dangerous knockout contribution. It will be a spectacular and exciting fight.
Trevor is the best fighter in the world. It's a legend. To be a legend, I must be a legend.
And now please welcome to the cage, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Antonio Bigfoot Silva. from the United States, Brett Rogers. The catch wrestling master who brings a 6-fight win streak into the cage for his Strikeforce debut. The former UFC heavyweight champion from the United States, Josh Barnett. World Grand Prix from the Netherlands, the Strikeforce heavyweight world champion, and the last man to beat Alistair
хорошую, спокойную жизнь. И на Господу так и верно.
Кто не падает, тот не встает! Кто не падает, тот не встает!
Yes, maybe it's the last time. Maybe it's high time. Thanks God for everything. I've spent a great, beautiful, long sport life. Maybe it's God's will.
Well, if this is the last time, you've been an incredible champion. Everybody in this building, fans, fighters, the good Fedor Emelianenko, this is history. It may be the last time you see him.
Someone, is out of the tournament because of an injury or whatever, how will you ultimately decide who gets that spot? And how much did tonight's performances play a part in that?
I mean, we announced earlier that we will have a committee, and that has not changed. And then the committee will decide who will move forward in the tournament. I thought Fedor fought, it was a tough fight out there, and like Alistair said, Fedor in the third round always comes back. But he didn't get a chance to today. I think that the stoppage, it was something that I don't think Fedor could see, and he even had an orbital fracture. So the safety comes first, and he'll have another day. As far as the retirement, he said he's talked about retirement, but you know how that goes. I mean, people get very emotional during a fight, and we'll see.
All the big guys, heavyweights, I think that's really appealing to the fans, to the crowd. Was I surprised by the Fedor fight? Not that much. It was a fight which I predicted which could go 50-50.
If Valentijn gets placed back into the tournament and you are matched up with, brothers are matched up together, will you guys fight each other?
Tournament-wise, yes. Separate fight, no. I mean, in a tournament, obviously, you advance. So in a tournament fashion, we would fight each other.
I don't think it's necessarily if Scott wants to do it. It's just if I get thrown in the tournament, which I hope, and you win the fight, and he keeps on winning his fights. That's just inevitable, I guess.
People want to see that fight. They pay money for a ticket, so you give them what they want. I mean, we fight every day in the gym, and he kicked my ass more than several times.
A long time ago.
Сегодня был хороший день, прекрасное шоу. Я доволен, что для меня все сложилось удачно.
This was a great event. The energy in the event was great. He's very pleased with his performance and the outcome of his fight. He's a little disappointed. Actually, he's very disappointed that Fedor lost today, mainly because he's a fellow countryman, and he was obviously cheering for him. But with Fedor now eliminated out of the tournament, we can guarantee you one thing, that the champion of this tournament will come from the Team Goldman-No.
Excited for the tournament. It's very good. To wait my next fight in April with Overeem. I beat Overeem 4 years ago. I beat one more time. I have lost the fight. I have just 2 options. I just lost Overeem. No effect because the fellow is a very smart guy. But maybe they finish the career. Just finish the last time now. That's it is good.
My biggest thing is in terms of being a catch wrestler, I think that my skills apply to anybody. I can tap anyone in the world. I don't mean I can hang with anyone in the world on the ground. I mean I can tap out any grappler, fighter, whatever. I've wrestled the best out there, and I can't really actually recall too many people trying to trade submissions with me, because most of them figure out after just a little while it's not a good idea.
Решение, конечно, будет за Федором, но я думаю, я знаю Федора, он полон сил. И мне так кажется, что он будет еще продолжать свою карьеру. Но, конечно, решение останется за ним, но я думаю, что все будет хорошо.
The decision is, of course, up to Fedor.
But I think I know him quite well, and I think that he's so full of strength, and I think that he will continue. But the decision is, of course, up to him.